Hi, everybody. It is so good to see you today for Rec Time, guys. Rec Time has been fire all week, and it's just blazing hotter and hotter and hotter today. So, today's topic is reinvent me, and we're going to be talking about music, and we're going to do some self care, and we're also going to do some stuff for the guys today. So, fellas, tell your other guy friends to watch and tune in later on. Also, remember that we are still accepting donations for youth camp. So please go ahead to camping2020.cogopner.org and you'll be sent to the page where you can go ahead and give. So today we are starting out for all our music fans, our music geeks today. With me, we have Brother Glenn on the screen. Brother Glenn, give him a wave. At this time, I'm going to be turning over to Brother Glenn. And then after that, we're going to be going forward. So, Brother Glenn, go ahead, my brother.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, guys? Brother Glenn. Glad to be here. All right, so today we're going to talk about music a little bit, specifically rap. So, we all listen to music. If rap is your vibe, I'm going to just kind of show you some basic things, right? So we're going to do like a rap one-on-one, really quick course, right? Just to get you started, right? Just in case you were ever interested and wondered, how they did, how rappers do what they do. I'm gonna just show you how to do what I do. Other people do it different. Music is subjective. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how to write, like how to write rhymes or bars, whatever the case may be. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right. Got it. All right. So so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you something, and then I'm gonna challenge you, all right, to do what I taught you. All right. So music, 8-bar challenge, rap 101. All right. So music, right? We all love music for the most part. Everybody loves music. All right. Most things can be measured in some way, shape, or form. And likewise, music is measured. And how music is measured is by bars. And you use bars and measures. But specifically, when you're writing a song, right, it's important that you know how many bars, all right, are in the song, right? And you put your bars together, your words together, and you make verses, right? Verses vary in length depending on the song format, right? If it's a rapper and a singer, if the singer is doing the chorus or the hook, the rapper will have the verses. Or if it's a collaboration where it's a couple of your favorite rappers doing a song together, like each person will have a verse. And depending on how long the song is, right, varying from 2 minutes to 3 minutes and change, right, that'll determine how long. So, like, normally it ranges from 8 to 16 bars, again, depending on the type of song. And you just have to like be able to tell, like if they give you, you're working with your favorite artist, and they're like, look, I need 12 bars, you got to be able to know what 12 bars is, how how it ends, where it ends. All right, so if you look at these lines going down, right, this is the measure, all right, and then these are the bar lines. And normally what it is the words that fit in between these bar lines are your bars. And pretty much like when you take a breath, right, is where you put the bar. So if I say, hello, my name is Glenn, take a breath, that's where the first bar will go. I love music. And then the other bar, and so on and so forth. So right now, this is a 2-bar measure. Got it? Good. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you, or if you maybe you already know, if you get some practice, I'm gonna teach you how to count bars. All right. And generally, this is what it looks like. All right. If you're doing a 4/4 count. All right. So it's just you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4. And that was, we just counted out 8 bars. All right, y'all with me so far? All right, so we're gonna practice it together. All right, I'm gonna play something, and then we're gonna count out 8 bars together. All right, so I'm gonna play this track, which is actually produced by my son, Splash, aka, I keep forgetting his name, his new name, Splash, aka Bot Beats. All right, and so I'm gonna play this track, and we're gonna count out the bars. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, you ready? So I want y'all to count with me. All right. Let it rock. Ready? 1, All right, good job. All right, and you can practice that on any song. I picked the slowest song just to make it easier, so that you guys could do it with me. But we just counted out 8 bars. All right. So this is a part of a verse of mine that I wrote years ago, and I liked it because of the way it was cut up. All right, I'm a tree in this industry. I take your hip hop and turn it into ministry, kind of like taking CO and convert it into oxygen, thinking outside the box we in. I'm standing by the water and I won't be moved. My boots grow roots and my pen bear fruit. I'm a full-time role model, so I bless God full throttle. All right, so that was 8 bars. So you see, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So all of the words that I fit, again, depending on the song, all right, the type of song, whether it's a trap beat or straight up like old school rap beat, or like whatever type, like however many words you fit, like there's some words, some lines have more words than others. That's fine. As you take breaths, when you take breaths, that's how you delineate and separate. All right. Now, what I want you to do, all right, I want you to write an 8-bar verse. All right. Has to be positive. It has to reflect, Christian ideals, values, and themes. All right. At a minimum, it has to be positive. All right. You get extra points if you shout out camp in your camp, trailblazers, whoever it is. All right. And so what I want you to do is I want you to write it, record it, right? Record yourself a video, right? Reciting your verse, your 8-bar verse. And I want you to upload it to the 8-bar Google folder, all right? By scanning this QR code that you see at the bottom of the screen, all right? So what you're gonna do is you don't need anything special, just your phone, right? And it works with most cameras. I know I have an iPhone, I don't have an Android, but it should work. You don't have to go to an app or anything. You just scan it with your camera and just put it over and your camera will pick it up. All right, and then you should see, you can see that, all right, it says open, and then you just click open and you can bookmark that. You record your verse on video, add it to that folder, and I'm gonna go through it. Maybe Sister Dana and I will go through it, and Sister Jillian, and we'll pick out our favorites, but you have to do it today, all right, so that we can get it tomorrow. All right, so I put the deadline for Friday morning at 10 a.m. All right, so I want you to, again, take your camera. All right, while I'm talking, go get your camera, get your phone. All right, scan this barcode. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to do that. All right, and write 8 bars, record 8 bars, right, and then upload it. All right, this barcode will take you directly to the Google folder. All right, and then you can upload the video to the Google folder, and it'll be there. I'm gonna share with Sister Dana and Sister Jillian, and we're gonna pick out our favorites. All right, and we're gonna and maybe we'll pick out our favorite one. We'll pick out a couple of favorites. Maybe pick out our favorite one, and we can maybe get a prize to the person. All right, and you'll definitely be spotlighted. But I want to see your videos. Scan this barcode. We'll give you a few more seconds. All right, get your phones, just scan it. It'll pop up. Go to it, bookmark it. All right, and share your videos with us. All right, I'll come back to it. All right, so this is, you know him as Brother AJ, all right, AKA Perspective. He's answered the challenge. Will you answer the challenge? I hope so.
Here we go. 8-bar challenge. My God is the super magnificent, super sufficient, the greatest clinician, the great healer and hearer of prayer, the granter of my petitions, the giver of visions, paint pictures so vivid, don't you get it? He's a high-def God, insightful and never spiteful. He's an on-time God like TikTok, minus the Kesha, you can't stop my God. Everything that tried to drop me, it was blocked by God, because not a cherry in the world could ever top my God.
All right, yep, that was Brother AJ with the fire. All right, so I want to hear from you. All right, I want to see, get those verses in. All right, don't disappoint, don't let me down. All right, we'll even try to get a prize. All right, for the top one, our favorite couple, we'll display it. All right, so get your videos in. All right, now I wanted to share some of my favorite rappers and songs with you. So again, we have another barcode. Get your camera again, scan it. All right, and this will take you to a YouTube playlist of some of my favorite rappers and their songs. All right, and I just want to encourage you. You know what I mean? Just be careful. All right, what you eat, what you take in. All right, this is some really, really good music, and it glorifies God. It glorifies Christian values and frames of mind. And so I just want to encourage you. Like, you could start with this. Also, Brother AJ has a fantastic gospel rap playlist on YouTube that he'll be willing to share with you. So you can hit him up, all right, and ask him for that YouTube link. But for now, you can start with this. Just scan it with your phone. All right, I'll give you a few minutes, right, and it'll take you directly to a YouTube playlist that I created with some of my favorite rappers. Includes Andy Mineo, Eshawn Burgundy, KB, Toby, Nigwe. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I was messing with his name. But yeah, some rappers that I enjoy and that I listen to, and that I'm listening to right now. So yeah, take the time, scan that, let me know. All right. Few more seconds, and I think you're ready. All right. If anything, you can hit me up. I'll send you this slideshow. Just let Sister Dana know you want it. If you want to go back to it, just let me know, and I'll send you the slide. I'll share it with you, so that way you can look at anything that you need to look at or to get the barcodes, whatever the case may be. All right, and I'll go back to the other. So while I'm talking, I just want to share my brief testimony. I love music. I've always loved music, but I'm not a singer. I never was comfortable singing in front of people. I think I could maybe hold a note. I don't know, but I'm just not a singer. And I always prayed and asked God, I want to, share my worship through music. Like I want to minister through music somehow. Or like, but I don't sing. What can I do? But I always wrote poetry. I was called poetry my first love. And a friend of mine who became a mentor, he looked at some of my poetry. He was like, hey, these could be songs, and that sparked something in it. I have friends that rapped, and so I looked at my poetry different. I started to study some of my favorite rappers, like how they did what they did, and whatnot. And I just started to play around with it and kind of started to really hone in and focus and try to really just study the art itself. And I believe You know what I mean? I believe, and we could talk about it, personally, but like I believe that God gave me rap. Like I didn't rap before I was saved. Like before I got saved, I was like I didn't know what I was gonna like. I didn't think I had anything special. That there was anything special about me. I didn't think I had any real gifts or anything. But honestly, like, and I know it sounds cliche, but like when I really started to surrender my life to God, I started to see that I did have things, that I did have skills, I had gifts and stuff that I could give back to God. And so, because I realized those gifts after, even if you realize before, I want to encourage you to give your gifts back to God. The Bible talks about, you know, um, people being given talents and they burying the talents. Like, don't let God come back and your talents are buried. The word that we heard yesterday, it talked about stirring up the gifts, and a lot of us have gifts that we just kind of laying to the side. I know there's not a lot of room in church for rap, but if you follow God's leading, like He'll open doors for you. I don't know if anybody had ever rapped in my church before I did, but it was so well received, and um, I was so like just encouraged, and like people like had my back, and I appreciated it. And I didn't know, I was scared because it was rap, it was church, but because I followed the Lord's leading, I did the right thing, for the most part, I think, and it was so well received. And so if you do what God is telling you to do, like He'll make room for you, like He'll give you the favor, and things will happen and things will change. Amen. So I just want to encourage you, like, if you don't sing, you're not a singer, you don't play instruments, maybe you're not a preacher, but like you love rap, it is a viable, it is, a good um, platform, I should say, because I love it because I really get to express myself through it. So just want to encourage you that, if you have a gift, even if it's not rap, rethink it, reinvent, and see how you can give it to God, and just do it, and just do it. And your gifts will make room for you. Amen. Thank you for joining me. If you want to get in contact with me, you can let Sister Dana, Sister Jill know. You can hit me up. I'm on Facebook, Glenn Jenkins. All right. Reach out. I love to help, when it comes to that stuff. And just let me know. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing the music. All right. Scan the barcode, write your verse, upload your verse, drop it in the Google folder. Don't be scared. All right. I want to see it. All right. Let's do it. I'm depending on you. All right. I want some new music to listen to. All right. So let's do it. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Brother Glenn. That was so dope. I'm about to do that challenge today. All right.
You better.
I'm going to do it today. Yes. And remember, guys, please tag us, tag Brother Glenn, tag myself, tag Sister Jillian, or any one of us. And we will make sure that we are watching your bars. All right. Bless God. Thank you again, Brother Glenn. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now it is time for the singers. We got to give some love to the singers. Who out there is a singer? Just go ahead and type out in Facebook, that's me. I'm a singer. That's me. That's me. That's me. Come on, let me see y'all. I know we have a whole bunch of singers out there. And this time that we're about to go into is for our singers. So all my singers out there, I just want you to sit down in a nice chair, or sit down where you can be upright, just upright in your posture, because it's going to help you a lot with singing. I have been singing, I feel like, almost all my life. And I have to give out shout outs to my vocal teachers, to Miss Nuna, shout out to Deshelle, great vocal coaches. They've done so much for me to help me. And I just want to share just some singing basics with you all today, for my singers, especially those that, might be preparing for our presentation for tomorrow, even just singing for worship or whatever you may be doing. So remember, singers, Breath support is key. That is the foundation of what we do. Breathing. Of course, I can't be talking without breathing. Same thing with singing. You can't sing properly if you're not breathing properly. So you probably might not be able to see me do it here. But one key thing for singers, when you breathe, your shoulders shouldn't be breathing with you. So it shouldn't look like this. If you're doing this, to take your breath, you are doing it all wrong. I want you to think of breathing properly as breathing into a balloon. When you breathe into a balloon, what happens when you exhale, or when you exhale into the balloon blows up. And then when you exhale or you let go of the air of the balloon goes like this. Same thing for breathing. When you breathe, your stomach should be going out, and then once you are exhaling, your stomach will be going in. So it should look like this. Just like that. You shouldn't be moving your shoulders, so you shouldn't be breathing like this. No, just a inhale, exhale, your stomach is going in. All right. So some things I'm going to teach you are what we call vocal warm up. So you want to make sure that your voice is warmed up. It's ready to go. Think of it like when an athlete is going to run a race. Let's just say the 2K race or one of those fast races. They don't just get up in the morning, drive to the place and start going. No, they exercise, they warm up themselves. So I want you, where you are, just go ahead and just massage right in the middle. For the men, is right where your Adam's apple is. Ladies, is right in the center. Just go ahead and massage right there in the middle. That's where your vocal cords are. And if you talk with me, or if you just say, hi, my name is, you'll feel the vibrations, you'll feel your vocal cords. So as we do this, just go ahead and just rub your vocal cords. Very good. So remember, singing is a full body thing. It's a full body experience. So even before you sing, just do some basic stretches. Even if it's just, just to stretch across the arm, you're stretching across. If you're stretching up, you're stretching down, whatever you may be doing, get that full body stretch to get your bodies working. All right. Second vocal warm up I'm going to teach you, and it's called the lip buzz. So all it is a, that's it. All you're doing is, if you were really tense, you wouldn't be able to freely do this. So I'm purposely tensing myself that I can't do the lip buzz. The lip buzz is it helps your face to warm up, to let loose, that you can sing all those beautiful notes. So that's it. You're vibrating your lips together. Is loosening up those facial muscles again. And if you're really doing it well, you should be feeling it on your nose, giving you that like itching sensation. Like right now, I just want to like itch my nose. I just want to like do like a quick itch on my nose. But that's what the lip trill does. It helps you to, again, open up and warm up all those facial muscles. The solfege. So if you know the sound of music, do, a dear, a female, dear, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name, all of that, that is the solfege. So the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, you want to get familiar with that. All right. So if you sing, I'm just going to sing just a random key. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. All right, that is the solfege. So when you're warming up with your singing, just go ahead and practice that. You can keep going up, you can go down, but this is really going to help you with sight reading. So if you're a person learning music for the first time and you're like, okay, do is here, okay, mi is there, that is really going to help you. Trust me, it's going to help you out. One of my favorite vocal warm-ups, Me, mi, ma, mo, mu. This is gonna help you with pronouncing your letters and also getting your face ready to sing. So it should look like this: me, mi, ma, mo, mu. You see the shape of my mouth? Me, mi, ma, mo, mu. So it's just straight. You're not doing no me, me, ma. You're not doing all of that. Just straight me, me, ma, mo, mu. And then you can go up or down. So I'm gonna show you what it's supposed to look like. Me, mi, ma, mo, mu. Me, mi, ma, mo, mu. Ooh, me, mi, ma, mo, mu. So you want to start getting those vocal cords warmed up, making sure that you're working on the pronunciations and what your vowels are supposed to look like. The next one are tongue twisters. Even if you're not a singer, tongue twisters are like so much fun. All right, so the one on top, it says the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. So this is really practicing on pronunciation and making sure you're getting it out. So it goes like this: the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. And then you want to try to sing this as fast as you can, but also pronouncing your words as well. All right, so let's go. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. So try to do this as fast as you can, and this will help you again with warming up your voice and also help you with pronunciation. The one, my least favorite, if I should say, is the red leather, yellow leather. What happens to me when I speed up, it gets all crazy. So let me show you. Red leather, yellow leather, 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 red leather. Yeah, it's just it gets crazy. But these are some things that you want to make sure that you are doing to help warm up your voice. It helps you to, get better. One of my favorites, ultimate favorite vocal warm up is the siren. So I want to give you a warning. You might be scared. Don't be scared by this. Mom, don't be scared by this. I'm with my mom. I don't want to scare her. But the siren, it goes from the top of your vocal range all the way to the bottom. So think of a siren when you're driving by, or like when like a fire truck is driving by or ambulance is driving by. You know that they're coming because you hear the siren. This is what it is. That is the siren going from the top of your range all the way to the bottom of your range. So I want to see you practice. I want to see you do it. If you want to send me a video, tag me with you doing the siren vocal warm up. All right. Next are the what they call fricatives. So this is where you really feel the support of your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is well with your lungs. Your diaphragm is literally like right under. If you put your hand like really like under your chest, you'll feel there's a diaphragm. It goes up and it goes down. It helps support your breathing and support everything that you're pushing out. So if you go and say the P, you'll feel it. You'll literally feel your diaphragm working. So I want you to put your hand right under your chest, right here, and just feel it and just go. Change it to B or T. You'll feel, I mean, literally, I'm telling you, you will feel it. It's so cool. And you want to work on that and work on the diaphragm support that you have. Another vocal warm up is the yawn. So just simply, just literally using your full mouth, and just Just a natural yawn. Just feeling that air being released, feeling that air going out. That's another vocal warm up to help you warm up. So why vocal warm ups? One, the exercises help to maintain your voice. Two, exercises help you recover from sleep. Remember when you're sleeping, you're laying down, everything, all the mucus and all that icky stuff is inside your mouth and your nasal, and where your nasal capacity is. So it all just stays there. And no matter how good your voice is, if it's not maintained, sooner or later you will lose the projection and the power of your voice. So to make sure every time you sing, you are warming up those vocal cords. Even doing it 10 minutes a day will help you sing so much better. So look, you are the source of my strength. Just from doing these vocal warm-ups, I'm able to sing, I'm able to do different things just because my voice is being warmed up. All right, y'all? Also, you don't want to put a strain on your vocal cords. Don't strain your vocal cords. A lot of amateur singers, they wake up with sore throats because sometimes they fail to warm up before attempting doing strenuous songs or strenuous things. All right, young people, all people watching, make sure you're doing your warm ups. Make sure you open your mouth and you sing like a crazy person. All right, sing like you're crazy. You are the source of my strength versus you are the source of my strength. You see how my it was tense? You can't get a good sound out. Make sure that you're singing like a crazy person. You're using your facial muscles. Drop it. Making sure look crazy. It's okay if you look crazy. That means you are singing great. All right. So type that out there. If you look crazy, you're singing great. All right. So remember, singing is physical, as I said before. Bend your knees, stretch, do all those things for your body. Also, get you a great vocal coach. Sorry, tongue tied. See, I think I need some more tongue twisters. Get you a good vocal coach. They will help you to work on things that I didn't even touch on. Working on your pitch, working on your tone, working on phrasing, making sure that you don't take breaths at random times. All right. Also, quickly, some microphone techniques, and then I'm going to turn over to my other people. Making sure you take your mic and you hold your mic straight to your mouth. I see a lot of people singing like here, or they'll sing like this, or they'll sing like this. No, if you're using a direct contact mic, which are usually the mics that we use, there's what we call a diaphragm in the middle of the mic. I wish I had a mic to show you, but if you screw off the mic top, there's literally like a little square piece inside, which is used to reflect the sound. So if you're not singing, if your mic is here, that means your song is not going to be coming out good, or the people in the back, the tech crew, is going to have to turn you up because you don't have your mic in a proper position. So make sure you're holding your mic right in front of your mouth, right in front. And you want to keep it a half an inch or away from your mouth, because you don't want one of those to happen. Trust me, it has happened to me so many times. And don't laugh at me. I've had the mic so close to your mouth, to my mouth, that I accidentally hit my mouth. You don't want it so close to your mouth, but you want it a good amount, far away from your mouth, that you're not like, all on it. Especially right now in the corona, you want to make sure that you're using your own mic and that you're not like on top of the mic, like, lips, everything on top of the mic. Make sure you have a good position. I would say like using your pointer finger, that space away from your mouth should be good. So let me use it at the side. So this length, that's how far it should be from your mouth, that we can help you guys out. All right. Also, remember, if you are too far from the mic, it's going to lose its quality, or you're going to lose your singing quality. And also, you have to sing hard and loud if you move your mic away. So make sure you keep your mouth, your mic by your mouth, and making sure that it's in a proper position that people can hear you, that they're not stressed out trying to either bring you up or bring you down because you are singing with your mic here. All right, don't be shy. I know a lot of times, especially sometimes as young people, we're shy and we're like, I'm scared of what my voice is gonna sound like, so that's why I keep it here. I keep it here, but put it here. Put it right here, a good space away from your mouth that people can hear you, and that people can, and also I'm telling you, the sound team will love you if you take these tips that I am giving to you today. Don't sing with the mic by your waist, as I see Sister Althea saying. Don't sing with the mic at your waist or right here. I know a lot of young people like to sing with it like right here by their chest, so it's hard. Always put the microphone here. Don't be a drifter. So don't, when you're singing, sometimes you'll see like a Christina Aguilera, somebody be like, let's just say, Amazing Grace, how sweet. Like, don't be a mic drifter. Keep your mic here. If sometimes I do it too. If I feel that my voice will be too loud, I'm about to crack, I kind of like slip it away, but always keep the mic in front of your mouth. Always. So use these tips, guys. I'm telling you, it is going to help you out tremendously. So this is the end of Music 101. So now we're going to talk about a little, some care for our skin. We're going to be talking about men's fashion, how we're supposed to dress and wear. So right now, I'm going to turn it over to Sister Charnel, and she is going to talk to us today. All right, you guys enjoy.
Hi ladies, my name is Charnel.
And I'm Dana.
And we're here to do a quick tutorial on how to make a face scrub.
Okay, so face scrubs are a great way to exfoliate your skin and give it some much needed revitalization.
And it also helps to remove dead skin cells. So let's get started.
Alright, so the setup that we have here today.
Here is the coconut oil, brown sugar, some oatmeal, some dried cinnamon, and also some honey. And this is the bowl that we'll be making. So you can see that we've been using items that are in our homes. We don't have to break the bank. It's just a quick, fun, easy way to get creative.
So let's get started.
Okay, so we just scoop it all out. It doesn't really matter which order you use. I'll just use some to see how it is and then add in if I need any more. We may need some more coconut oil, but I'll see first. Cinnamon, and then we'll add some honey. And these are all ingredients that are really good for your skin. It helps to moisturize and again removes dead cells. And you can use this as a lip scrub or a face mask, a hand mask, whatever it is, scrub. And this is how it looks. It also smells really, really good.
It does.
But not for eating. So make no mistake about that. And the thing is, when you're making your own face scrubs, I mean, you know exactly what you're putting in it. And like I said, the products that we buy at the store tend to have so many chemicals in it and ingredients that we don't even know how to pronounce the name.
You're absolutely correct.
Here we go. Let's just add more. Mix it all in. Again, you put ingredients to your liking. This is a cinnamon oatmeal honey face mask, and you can use any oil. I like coconut oil because it's a really good moisturizer, and I just love anything coconut. And voila, that's how it looks. And then now we're ready to apply. And here we go. You just scoop some up. Any amount you want, but I tend to use like a very small amount. And you just lather it onto your face. I tend to do it over the sink so that any residue can like fall in. I know it looks kind of gross, but again, really good for your skin. And you'll be so proud of yourself because you've made it yourself. Get all the hair out, put it all around. Oh my god, it just smells so good. You can also do it on your lips. I will do it for this purposes of making this video, but just put it all around. You can hear all the oatmeal falling. And there, again, you can add as many as you want. I've also done this before without oatmeal. That's also easier to use. But I do know that oatmeal is really good for helping to exfoliate your skin. And you can exfoliate once a month, once every 30 days. That's when new cells tend to regenerate. And there you go. You can let this sit for 15-20 minutes, however long, and then you just rinse it off. If you have a face wash, you can also use that. So you could just use water depending on how much oil you use, because the oil is also a natural moisturizer. But if you have too much oil, you definitely want to use something to help take the oil, the excess oil off as you wash. And I have a napkin ready, so I'm just patting. When you're drying your face, you just want to pat. You don't want to pull and drag and all of that. You just want to pat, 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 pat. I think I put just the right amount of oil, so I didn't need to use any face wash. And voila, nice, clean, smooth face, removing all the dead cells. And I will say, a lot of people can even make this their hobby, or even have a business out of this. A lot of people are getting into face scrubs, moisturizers, body scrubs, whatever it may be. And this is one easy way to do that. Again, using quick products that you can find around your house. You know exactly what you're putting in it. It is so important that we take care of our skin. We wash, we exfoliate, we moisturize. Ladies, this is just one easy, simple, quick, and affordable way to invest in your self-care. Love yourself. Remember that you are beautiful. You are God's treasure. So love yourself always.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We really enjoyed making this video for you guys. And remember, self-care is the best care. Thank you.
Bye.
Let's just talk about skin on fleek, okay? I saw our sister Althea say that, you know, so they done lost somebody on getting a scrub, okay, Saints? Make it at home. You have the things. Remember, reinvent, rethink. That's what we're talking about all week. Reinvent, rethink. Do these things for you. Self-care is for you. So ladies, of course we gave you a little time, ladies, but now this time is now for the gentlemen. So at this time, I'm going to turn over to Brother Ron, and he is going to talk to our fellas. So fellas, go ahead and tell your other boys, tell your posse, your B, everybody, whoever, tell everybody, come and watch this video today. Enjoy.
Hey gentlemen, how you doing? My name is Ron Cooper, and I want to share this with you. There comes a time when a man starts to mature. You move from that stage where you stop acting like a little boy, and then you start to mature a little bit, right? So I've got this one thing that I need to get across. It's called having it in your back pocket. Having what? There's a few things you need to know that you should always have in your back pocket. Number one, a nice belt. Number two, Nice simple belt, but you know what? Still powerful. Number 2 is a solid color undershirt. Number 3, you need a power tie, simple but powerful. And then a nice bright hangout tie. Now, I've gone over the simple basic things. But this session is going to be called a navy blue suit. Say it with me, navy blue suit. What do I mean by that? You always need a navy blue suit. Why? Because it can come out of your pocket. You could pull that out of your pocket at any given time. If you're going to a dinner, if you're going on a date, if you're going to the ballet, if you're going to parade, if you're going out to dinner, if you're doing a wedding, if you're doing a funeral, if you're going to church, if you're going to a concert. But I'm going to tell you, no matter what the occasion is, you always need a navy blue suit. Powerful, simple, neat, but let me show it to you. So let's go over these simple things. The reason for the belt is that as you're getting older, you're going to need something to hold up your pants and to also make your pants look good. So it's got to be neat, nice. And as a matter of fact, you don't even need that much decoration. Simple, neat, nice. That's all it is. Number 2, ain't nobody want to see you sweat. You going out to dinner, you going out to a funeral, you going out, no matter where you're going, nobody needs to see you sweat. So you need to wear a solid color undershirt that will always absorb your sweat, right? It will get hot no matter what, but you always need it. And here's the thing about it. It could be 90 degrees outside. You're walking with a young lady, whatever the case is, and you start to sweat. You just act cool. You could be burning up, but you just act cool. If you need to take off your jacket, whatever the case is, you will not see the sweat. Why? Because the undershirt has gotten that taken care of. Oh, by the way, be careful. You need to make sure that your solid color shirt covers what matches with what your color shirt you're wearing. So I didn't even mention the white shirt. You need a powerful, nice, clean white shirt. So let's say that I'm wearing a white shirt. If I'm wearing a white shirt, 2 things. You may need to wear a white undershirt so that the white looks much cleaner. It looks much brighter than if it was a dark undershirt. By the way, Captain America will not do. It's got to be solid. So get rid of that. So we've already taken care of the t-shirt. Now, simple, powerful tie. Or simple, elegant, still powerful tie. Now, let's focus a little bit more on the suit. Again, you can always pull the navy blue suit out of your back pocket. So let's say that you're going to an interview. Perfect. So you have an interview. You make sure that you match your white shirt with your undershirt and you put it on. I'm just going to put on the white shirt just to make sure you understand what I'm saying. You make sure that shirt is ironed and it's clean. You make sure that the shirt fits properly around the neck. And as you put it on, by the way, I want you to see, when you look at this, it looks like it's a little bit darker. However, if it had the white shirt, it looks more bright and it stands out. So it makes you look like you know what you're talking about. So when you walk into that office, when you walk into that building, they see something good. They see that you know what you're talking about. And you've already got the position halfway just because you've already dressed the part. So now I have on my white shirt. And of course, I'll definitely put it in my pants. Definitely put it in my pants. I have my belt on, but I want you to see something. I put on my shirt, making sure that it fits right. It doesn't have too much space around the neck. Make sure it fits right. Pop the collar, and then I put on my power tie. Now, this is how it would look when I actually tied it. However, that's going to be for session number 2, tying the tie. For now, I'm just going to pop the shirt around, making sure that everything is neat. And you already see automatically, just from that alone, it already started looking good. And then all I have to do is pop on the jacket. And I'm good to go. Now you need to understand something about this navy blue suit. The navy blue suit is to be worn correctly. It is not to be stressed. It's not to be too big on you. It needs to fit right. You got me? And please, if you got a big belly, make sure you get it a little bit bigger so that it doesn't look too, tight. You don't want that. You want to make sure that it fits the shoulders and above everything else. When you put on the shirt and the suit, you need to make sure that the cuff is a little bit slightly longer than the sleeve and than the jacket sleeve. Why? So that when you put your hand down, it still shows the color. Or if you just happen to stand there, it still shows that business look. Again, power tie. Now let's say that after the interview, you're going to meet a young lady for dinner. Easy. If it is opera, you keep it on, no big deal. If it is dinner, casual dinner, or even dressed out dinner, what you do is pull out the tie, open up the shirt, and make it a nice evening. Again, my shirt is inside. Now, if it happens to be something where you're meeting the lady, or you're meeting her by like the beach or by someplace that has a little bit of dance, you can actually just take off the jacket a little bit more. You roll up the sleeve. Cuff is good, but you roll that up twice. And you're good to go. She'll have no problem, because guess what? You're still dressed, but yet still, you still look casual. You're not overdressed either. All right? And by the way, if you happen to have, like the socks, that's going to be in session number 3. You need to have the right shoe and the right socks. But right now, let's focus a little bit more on this navy blue suit. So we've already gone to interview. We've already gone to dinner. And now we're actually doing the after dinner, the stroll, the walk. Right? Now, let's switch the occasion. You're going to a wedding. The shirt goes right back. And you change the tie. You make sure that it matches and it moves with the flow of the event. The nice hangout tie. Everybody loves a little splash of color. So when you actually just take that and just pop it in there, and you've got to be confident in this, knowing that as soon as you walk in, you've got it covered. Soon as, of course, I'm doing this because guess what? You got to wait till session number 2 to see how to tie the tie. You pop the collar, bring it down, making sure that it fits all around. You don't want to be sloppy, right? And automatically, just that alone brings out that color. And of course, again, you make sure that sleeve and that jacket fits right. Any questions? Join my YouTube video. So check this out. So you've got this, you're ready for the wedding. Here's the deal. You go out there and of course, listen, you have yourself a good time. Guess what? You start dancing and you start to sweat. No big deal. You take off the jacket. Guess where the sweat's gonna be? That's right, on that undershirt on the inside. Make sure that no matter what, you're still looking clean, still looking fresh. Now, let me also tell you a little bit more about this. After you finish and you decide that you're going to go for a walk, could be a cool evening. Another reason to have that undershirt is this. If the young lady decides that she's going to be a little bit chilly, sometimes you got to look out for that, because you know what? You need to be able to offer that jacket. What you then do is you take off the jacket, and you should not be cold because you got that undershirt on. That's right. You take it. You could be modeling or whatever the case is, just walking. Maybe you strolling with the hands, you know, you walking like I like to walk with my lady. Oh my gosh, you should see her. She's beautiful, right? Yeah, y'all see her, right? And you just take your time and put on the jacket over her. It will look a little something like this, and she'll be so glad. And if she still refuses, that's fine, because you still have it ready for her, right? Navy blue suit. One more thing about the navy blue suit. Navy blue suit works for every occasion, because guess what? Let's say now you're going to a sad occasion, or you're going to, a sad occasion, a funeral, or a sad event. Dark color. Now imagine you have a dark color shirt, and I purposely wore this because I want you to see what happens when you wear a dark color. Oh, by the way, V-necks are allowed, all right? Make sure that the V-necks are not fatty. Make sure they're neat. Make sure it's not washed out, right? Y'all seen that commercial where the neck and all that stuff? Don't do that. You put on the jacket. And you've already set for the funeral service. Dark color. You may need a tie, you may not, but you are ready to go. Listen, you always need a navy blue suit. You can pull it out of your back pocket and you could do many things with it. Just don't mess up by not having a navy blue suit. Say it with me, navy blue suit. Oh, let me tell you something. If you're going to the game, baseball game, basketball game, after work, whatever it is, hanging out, you can still wear the navy blue suit. Because guess what? It also works with a hat, as you can see. Just make sure you got it all together. All right? Say it with me, navy blue suit. Until next time.
Gents, I hope you have your navy blue suit, okay? I want you to type up in the chat, navy blue suits. Thank you so much, Brother Ron, for that. And I'm going to put part 2 on because, you know, I want my guys to learn how to tie a tie. You know, that's very crucial. Some guys, even women as well, sometimes we don't even know how to tie a good tie. So I want you all to enjoy how to tie a tie.
Hey guys, I'm coming to you today, and today's part 2 session. What we're going to do is learn how to tie a tie. So, as you can see, pretty much I have the tie evenly balanced, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it unbalanced. We're going to bring the tip of this almost to like where your belly button is. Alright? And we're going to make sure that everything is good. First thing we're going to do, and as I'm getting closer, is I'm going to take this part and I'm going to cross it over. Alright? I'm going to cross it over and bring it behind and all the way around so that it looks like I just wrapped it. Next, I'm going to take that part, put it on the inside, and pull it through. So then once I pull it through, I want to make sure that this part is still good. All right, then I'm going to take this part and wrap it all across again. All right, and then I'm going to loop it and then put it through. Once I put it through, should be able to get that in, designed the way you want. And ladies and gentlemen, right now we've tied a good tie. All right.
Wow, thank you so much, Brother Ron. How to tie a tie. I'm gonna go ahead and practice that later on, because it's not just for the guys, girls. We can learn how to tie ties when we have our husbands. We can help them tie their tie if they don't know how to tie their tie. You know, you don't want your man to step out looking crazy out here in these streets, all right? So at this time, we are turning over to Sister Lisa. She's coming on to do an interactive lesson with us today. Sister Lisa, are you there? Are you there, Sister Lisa? So Sister Lisa's gonna let you all know what you need for this creative rec time. So Sister Lisa, I love you. Take it away.
Hi, how are you, Sister Dana? That was very impressive. I love that. Brother Ron, that was great. That tie was absolutely perfect. Perfect. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I'm Sister Lisa from the St. Albans Church, but we are here for all of you from the COGOP, Church of God of Prophecy. Today, we're going to do a little bit of a STEM lesson, and we're going to interactive with a point, a spiritual point. So if you'd like to join, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're sitting behind your phone or your camera, you just need 2 supplies, right? That first supply is going to be a blank sheet of paper and a marker. You could use a pen or a pencil, but I prefer a marker so that you'll be able to see it, right? And our topic today is called blind spot. Blind spot. All right, so we got our paper and we have a marker. I give you 30 seconds to get it. All right. The first thing we're going to do with our paper, we have our paper. We are going to fold our paper in half. Very simple. I'm really hoping that you'll try this with me, because when you try this with me, you'll be able to see it as opposed to just watching me do it. You'll kind of get it, right? So you want to sharpen your edges just by pressing along. So I had one paper, I folded it, and I made it in half. And because it's so big, it's nearly taking up all the screen, I'm going to ask you to fold it one more time again. Very simple, all right? So your one sheet of paper kind of looks like a paper with 4 squares. So there, it's folded. All right. Now here's where your marker will come in. The first thing I want you to do is take your marker. I hope all of you are joining me and participating. So even if you're at work or if you're home, this would be great and this would be cool to do, and you could do this with your friends as well, right? You're going to take your marker, and on the left side of the paper, you want to write it big enough that it can be seen. You could either write a cross or a heart or a number sign. You're going to write any symbol that you would like, any emoji, anything that you would like. And since our focus is always Jesus, I'm going to start with a cross, where you can say a plus sign, right, on my left side. So if you can do that with me. I'll do it first so you can see just about the size that it should be. Very simple, right? It didn't take up the whole sheet, but just enough here. And then on the right side, this is my right, maybe it's your left, but on your right side, you're going to choose another shape. Do not choose the same shape as you used before. You could do a number sign, you can do a heart. I'm going to do a heart because I love love. If you're just joining us, again, our topic is called blind spot. Okay, so we won't need this anymore. So our papers should look something like this. And as you're doing this, this will really be cool if you have pictures and you want to send them in to Sister Dana, to the camp ministry. This will be great because we would love to see them. All right. Now, I want to define a blind spot for you. Anyone in the chat box or anyone want to speak back? Are you able to define blind spot just off the top of your head? Is anyone able to define blind spot? If you don't know, that's okay. I'll tell you what a blind spot is. A blind spot is a visual part. It's part of the field that helps you to see. Now, it's very interesting because it has no photoreceptors. That means it cannot see. So that's weird. It's in the eye, but it cannot see, right? So they pass the picture and everything will pass directly in through the eye to the back of the brain, but it cannot see. I thought that was extremely interesting because you will think that your two eyes, you can see everything, but how is it that something can enter through my two eyes and I cannot see it? So usually when we look at something, we will look at it and it will signal a message to the brain this happens very quickly to let us know what it is that we are looking at. Let me prove something to you if you don't believe me. And this is actually fun. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to look at your left shape. And I want you to have your left hand. So left shape, left hand. And then I want you to cover your left eye. You are going to move, before you do that actually, let's use our two eyes. And you're going to keep this picture, you're going to put it as far away as you can. I'm going to do it like this so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. But you put it as far away as you can, extend, keep looking at those two pictures with your two eyes, and then just bring it closer. Focus on those two pictures. Focus, focus, focus. What happened? Nothing, right? Basically, you're like, okay, Sister Lisa, I'm able to see those two pictures. You got a cross, you got a heart. Big deal. Okay, big deal. Now, I want you to cover your left eye with your left hand. And you're going to focus on that left picture. Now, some of us may get confused with our left and our right. I give you a secret. The way that I remembered what my right hand was is because I wrote with my right hand. So some people you could write with your left hand, but that's how I remembered where my right and my left was because I could never remember that. So now we're going to cover again, left hand, left eye. You're going to focus on one picture. That picture is the left picture. So let's go. Left hand, cover left eye. You're going to extend the picture that you're looking at while you're focusing on that one symbol on the left, and you're going to just stretch it out. Extend it as far as you can. Good, as far as you can. Very slowly now, you're going to bring it back. You're only focusing on that left picture. You're going to bring it as close as you can to you. Closer and closer and closer. I wish I can ask you what happened. Anyone want to tell us in the chat box? Oh, let me see if anyone is there. I got a chat. All right. There's probably a delay going on. No problem. So what happened though is that the picture on the right completely disappeared. As I'm focusing on the picture on the left, the picture on the right completely disappears as you're bringing it closer to you. We're going to do this again now with the right eye, just in case you don't want to believe, or you're like, well, that didn't happen to me. So right hand, right eye towards the right picture. Cover. You're going to extend all the way out as far as you can. So you should look something like this, right? And then you're going to come now slowly closer and closer and closer. You are looking at that picture on the right. Oh my goodness, it's really working. It's happening. Oh my gosh. I tell you, I'm shocked. You may have to try this several times for it to work, but the picture, your focus is on one symbol, all of a sudden you do not see the other symbol anymore. As close as you're bringing it to you, it disappears. And that's called your blind spot. This sometimes happens when you see an adult maybe driving and they think they're so close and there's something they cannot see and something's coming. That's called their blind spot. And so everyone has a blind spot, all of us. And each of us have it at a different place in their eyes. So some of us could have been coming closer and stopped seeing it earlier than another person, and that's okay. Blind spots are completely normal. I want to give you an illustration of this. Again, it may not happen on your first try, and you may say, okay, that's so not true, but it's very true. And I want you to keep trying it. All you need is your paper, your marker, 2 symbols, and do it with your friends, and you could try to see if they see it. A lot of times, they can give you illusions. They'll say, can you see the missing number? Can you find the missing phrase? Sometimes words or sentences may be written jumbled up, but somehow your brain will interpret what's missing and put the pieces together. Isn't that so amazing, so fascinating, that your eyes will send message to the brain to determine what the message is saying, right? So I made an illustration for you today, and this is the eyeball, rather big, but it's the eyeball. And as you can see, we have the pupil, right? And this is the back of the eye. I hope you're able to see it clearly. Let me explain to you what our pupil here is. This black. And basically, that is the hole that light passes through. That black hole there, light passes through it. The blue part, some of us may have green, well, I don't have green. I think I have brown, right? But some of us have a different color. I made blue because it stands out more. That is considered the iris, and that controls everything that's going inside. Now, don't you know we take a look at so many things? Don't you know that your eyes see so many things? And it sends signals to your brain, right? And from that, it also allows us to feel many things. We are living in a time right now that is so different. It's causing us to rethink a lot of things. It's causing us to, a lot of things that were important may feel like it's not important anymore because the time just seems so different. What happened to my world? What happened to my dreams? What happened to my goals? Did they all just disappear? Are they gone? Are they out of sight? I know sometimes that when we're feeling fear or when we're feeling alone, a lot of times youth may not be able to come out and say, this is exactly what I'm feeling. And sometimes you may not want to express that to your parents. You may not want to truly express that to your friend unless they say it to you first. And then when your youth leader calls you and say, how you doing? You say, I'm fine. But sometimes we're not fine. And we are a bit scared. And then you don't want to tell someone else who's scared also because you feel like you're going to add to the troubles and the worry. But it's a time now where we are going to rethink and we are going to reinvent what we are looking at, what we are focusing at, where we are going, so that the revival that is happening, we will be part of that because God has us in his hand. All right. So all of us have a blind spot, but you, my friend, you, my brother, you, my sister, you're not one of the blind spots. You, your dreams and your goals are not a blind spot. Right? Again, so the information goes in through, the light goes through the hole. Right? This is what really happens with the eye. And this happens so quickly. Right? These are the nerve cells. However, the nerve cells in the back of the eye, right, closest to your brain, that sends a signal to your brain, does not have any cells that are able to read and detect. They cannot see. So the cells back here cannot see. And you know, interesting, who could guess what animal that doesn't have a blind spot that's able to see? So because I'm not hearing back from you, I'm going to tell you, it's the octopus and it's the squid. They have theirs all the way extended back to the back of their head. So they can see that far. They have no blind spot. We don't. We just have to keep focusing on what we see. On what we see. Right? Don't feel like what we are going through right now is a trap for you. Don't feel like what we're going, and it's easier said than done, but there are a lot of things that we can do to take away this feeling, right? Staying connected is definitely one of them. Staying connected to people of faith, right? So your brothers and your sisters, your friends, your youth leader, this is why we work so hard to stay connected at this time, because truly we wouldn't have made it in this time. We wouldn't have made it at all in this time without each other, right? Sometimes we're more anxious than you appear. A lot of times you pass by a young person and normally you say to a child, you say, how was your day? Say, good. All right. How was school? Good. That word always comes out. But if we were to really talk about what's really happening, what's really going on underneath, it's like your brain is on overdrive. You're trying to cope with something that not even an adult sometimes can cope with. And sometimes as young people, you may lack the maturity it needs to cope. You may have never learned to cope on such a level as this. And even as school is reopening, oh my gosh, the fears and everything that else coming into your world right now is great. No one ever taught you how to cope like this, but we have taught you about Jesus. We have taught you about trusting him. We have taught you about the faith. And if you don't know about him, it's a perfect time right now to seek God. It's a perfect time right now to rethink your goals, rethink your plans. Don't think that your dream is lost because of what's happening. Don't think that it's in a blind spot to the Lord. It is not in a blind spot, because the focus right now, if I can write this, would be pandemic. The focus right now is COVID. The focus right now is germs, right? The focus right now, what else? What else would you say the focus right now is? What else would you say the focus right now is? Fear. School, right? And there you are. So I made a list. And just as we were pulling closer and we were looking at one thing, the other thing began to disappear. Your dreams, your hopes, your plans. Sometimes some students were wondering like, well, do I get to see college? Do I get to live in a world that is just not against us, a color of people? Do I get to enjoy this life? Yes, you get to enjoy this life because God has a revival in the land. And though it has started with a feeling of fear, there is a great rejoicing that will take place. There is a great rejoicing that will take place. And it's for you to just sit in your seat, rethink, actually write down on paper all the things that you have, because God knows your heart. God knows what you have planned. They are not forgotten. Your dreams are not forgotten. The plan God has for you is not forgotten. You are still chosen. You are still loved. You are still the generation that we have prayed for. You are still the generation that is strong. You are still the generation that has talent. You are still the generation that sang and that gave their everything to the Lord. All the things prior to this are not in vain. All the things prior to this are not in vain. So I say to you today, you are not a blind spot. Your dreams are not a blind spot. God sees you and God knows you. He knows your heart. He knows your fear. He knows your plan. So even though we all have a blind spot, the Lord doesn't have a blind spot. Fear, COVID, school, germs, everything that is piling up in your world, that is getting bigger and bigger. And it seems to be the focus. That's all you see. It's all we talk about. And here you are, fresh, young, beautiful, handsome. Brother Ron's teaching you how to tie a tie. The other day, they were teaching you how to make scrambled eggs. But then when you sit down, you wonder, is there a future for me? You wonder, is there a plan for me? The world almost feels like it's over. How do I live in a time like this? But we are here to encourage you today. And this is why you have help from those who are of faith with you and believe in Jesus Christ. We rethink, we reinvent. You are full of so many gifts, so many gifts. So many doctors, so many teachers, so many lawyers, so many singers, so many musicians, so many of so many things. The world needs you. The world needs you right now. And all your dreams and all your visions that are there, the world needs you. All right? Don't give up, because it's a time that we are rethinking, reinventing, right? Change our direction, and we are headed towards revival. And I'll say, Lord, whatever you're doing, don't do it without me. Don't do it without me. I'm just going to say a prayer for you at this time. All right? Praise God. Father, I thank you for our young people. God, I thank you for those who are saved. I thank you for those who don't even know you yet. I thank you, oh God, that you have opened their ears. You've opened their eyes, oh God. I thank you, God, that they can be inside a body that teaches them about Christ. I pray for all the young children. I pray for all the little children that were just born, all the preschoolers, all the teens, and all those who went off to college, that you would just continue to just restore their world, oh God. You will continue, oh God, to let the grass grow underneath them, Lord. Oh, Father God, they need your spirit. They need to know that you are with them. We know that you are with us, oh God. Oh God, but I ask for a special touch on our young people today, Lord. Show them that they are not forgotten. Show them that they are still loved. Oh God, I pray that you will stir up the gift in them. I pray, Lord, that all their dreams, oh God, will become filled with passion. Oh God, that they will write plans, oh God, that they will reinvent what needs to be done over, that you will give them vision. Look at that you will give them vision, oh God, vision without a blind spot, that you will give them vision, oh God, in the name of Jesus. So we thank you today. I am so glad that you were able to join us for our STEM lesson with a point. I hope that you enjoyed it, and try it with your friend. Try it. The other one will disappear, but you will not. God bless you. Over to you, Sister Dana. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much, Sister Lisa. Whoa, what a word. And one thing that really struck out to me, the scripture that's in Jeremiah 29, verse 11, it says, for I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. They are plans of good, not for disaster, to give you a hope and a future. So God does not have a blind spot. So I want y'all to write that in Facebook. God does not have a blind spot. Oh my God, what a word, what a demonstration today. I just want to thank Sister Lisa. I want to thank Brother Glenn. I want to thank Sister Charnel. I want to thank Sister Dana. I want to thank Brother Ron so much for taking this time out to speak to us during rec time. And you don't want to miss tomorrow. Do you hear me? You don't want to miss tomorrow. It is part 2 of our Teen Talk with Brother Davon this time around, and you are in for a treat. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell everybody. Come back at 2 o'clock tomorrow. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock tomorrow for our final rec time session. You don't want to miss this. God bless you, and we will see you later on tonight at 7 p.m. Our Northeast Regional Youth Director, Brother AJ, will be ministering tonight, and you don't want to miss it. Tell a neighbor, tell your friend, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your little brother, tell your sister, tell your mama, your daddy, your friend that lives down the block. Tell everybody you know to come out to